Alright, well, we're going to get right on into it as the pale green in the top left. None other than your boy JIRAIYA as the Terran. And his teammate in the top right as the red Zerg. None other than Rancor. These guys are really fierce players. I'm looking forward to an epic series between them. It's going to be an exciting one. And on the other side of the map, on the bottom hand side, we have the grey Zerg, BY.Lyndon. Currently chilling out at just 100 APM, playing very nice and relaxed, trying to find his zen, and his teammate in the bottom left, Banana, as the magenta Protoss.
Did I miss the bracket, or this is the second part of the bracket, isn't it? Since they are not playing Luna. Yeah. You can see Banana doing an early probe scout, doing some harassment on and ruining JIRAIYA's wall.
Yeah,
which could be stressful.
Yeah, not only are you frustrating the wall, but just forcing them to have an SCV chasing around the probe is enough to reduce some mining time, kind of paying for the fact that you've sent off this probe to scout as well. So kind of like getting its money worth by both getting the information and denying a little bit of mining time and causing a bit of frustration here to the Terran.
Yeah, you don't really know, as a Terran player, you don't really know what's coming if it's 9 pool from the Zerg. So, but I like, especially at places like this map, as we mentioned earlier, it's difficult to get a good wall there. I like to place my first barracks inside the base, as JIRAIYA did now, because then you will have the first few Marines already inside your base and not spawning outside from the second.
That's actually pretty smart. I like that, yeah. I like that a lot. It's because the second barracks is more than done in time, but it has way more hit points to. Ooh, yeah. He is going to do the sort of light solution of throwing a few SCVs on that to kill it. In fact, is he sent 4 SCVs to kill it?
Yeah, I think he don't really need the gas that fast, but it's okay to do it because your second barrack isn't finished yet, so you don't lose that much minerals doing it because you're not going to spend it on anything else.
Okay, he does kill that gas and is going to be wanting to take that very quickly, I feel. Especially wanting to get the tech online for these bio units. Going to need that academy, going to need that stim, going to need those medics. A little bit of pressure here in the top right as Lyndon starts to contain the Zerg, forcing him to not be able to come out of his base. But with the Sunken coming online in a few moments, he will eventually be able to force those Lings to back off and break out of this container.
Yeah, he has a quick Sunken and it's cross map for the Prowess, so the Zealots will take, I don't know, it's like 45 seconds or something to cross.
Yeah, 44, I think.
Yeah. if you want to be picky about it. So, and he only has 1 gate, so this pressure is shot down very nice by Rancor. And he also has the superior number, so he can take this fight because it's only 1 gate production, so he can move out.
The Zealot's already on red HP as well, so he can just move out if he wanted to, yeah.
And you can see from JIRAIYA, this is a typical move from the Terran players. Usually when the opponents are harassing your ally, you can try to sneak out 5-6 Marines and hurt the Protoss before the first cannon is up. But since Banana went 1 gate, 1 forge, the cannon is much faster than it usually is. So he's safe.
Yeah, Lyndon correctly identified that there was no speed, but speed is just finishing up, so now if he wanted to, he could come out onto the map much more easily with these Lings, if Rancor does so choose to. He is moving out right now. I think that's the right call.
And I like, to anyone who's watching, if you look at the cannon placement for Banana at Zerg, this is pretty much where you place the cannons. Not too close on the ramp, maybe they're a little bit too in base in Lyndon's base, but now you force the opponents to have to come up the ramp to actually snipe the cannons.
Because they can't get the correct surface area on the cannons otherwise, right?
Yeah, because you can see at the lower levels that if you place the cannon at the as close as the ramp as you want, ranged Marines or ranged Dragoons or anything with a range kills the cannons so fast.
Even with the mischance, it doesn't matter. If you can get enough units shooting at them, they're just going to die really quickly.
Yeah, die so fast.
Okay, so now the Bio has managed to join the Zerg. This is actually a pretty big deal. Like, being able to help the Zerg in any way, shape, or form is huge in this matchup when you're TNZ. If you can join your forces together, you become so much more potent in the team fights.
Yeah, this is somewhat of a new meta build from the Terran Zerg players or the teams, that you put some Marines at your opponent's base. If you can also put them there faster, which does that Rancor doesn't even need spores, and you go three barracks with the eBay, but you skip the +1 attack, so you can get the faster vessel. But you can see that the JIRAIYA's vessel timing will be fairly fast because he doesn't have the third factory, but the third barracks, which leaves less marine production, but it's still optimal to do this way.
Oh, he's going to pick off this cannon just as you said, just as it's warping in. Beautiful timed, beautifully executed.
See? And it was nearly finished every single time.
Every single time. Yeah, he's really desperately trying to leapfrog those cannons down into the natural so he can secure it, but really well executed there from Rancor. Just going to come in and shut that down right away.
Yeah, Rancor has look he has so many drones. His eco is good. He has good defense at home, so he doesn't really have to worry about getting harassed. The only slight problem is I think those spores are slightly out of position, so he could be harassing the mineral line from behind, but because of the Marines are there, so...
Yeah, and these other Marines have already joined forces with the Lings down in the bottom left. There is a DT, I think, here. Yes, there's a DT to help out here. He needs to scan to make sure he can kill it. I hope he does notice the DT quick enough. Yes, does notice it, does scan. So if he kills the DT, kill the DT. Oh no, it's going to get away.
Didn't target it. It was good. Lyndon did a great job with the mutas.
That's actually really big news that scan missed, because now the DT can come back in, and having to kill a DT with 2 scans, one, you have to wait a long time for that DT to be scanned again, but then you have more DTs to worry about once you wasted the second scan, so it's really bad news if you can't kill the DT with the first scan.
He has 3 DTs on the map, so I think we'll be seeing a Dark Archon pretty fast.
Yeah, the Maelstrom would be a really clutch play here to kind of turn the tables against the other Zerg player.
It does move out with all 3 of the DTs, so I would like to stay at home with 2 of them and just start saving up, banking up energy.
Yeah, I think that might be the wise decision.
And let's see how long it takes before JIRAIYA notices he only has 2 on the gas.
He's only trickling in that gas right now, so it might be a long time before he notices. It does have 27 SEV, so it's more than enough to be mining 3 on gas right now.
Should have been building a shift click back on it, I'm not sure, but...
Well, this is the problem, right? Because, like...
Yeah, no,
wait, there is, okay. Because, yeah, the Terra needs to be gas efficient in this matchup. They can get so much done with that gas, but if you're only mining 2 on gas, that's really going to stifle your potential going into the mid-game.
Lyndon as well got a round of drones, so his eco is stable. He just needs to spend it. He's floating a little bit of minerals. And then, there you see the first.
Yeah, that's the Maelstrom. Okay.
He has 2, yeah.
This is really good. He's got them on both sides of the map, so wherever the mutas come in to harass and poke, he's going to have a chance at shutting down the mutas and really get a nice cost-efficient trade and maybe flipping the whole game on its head once he gets that executed.
So hard to play versus several Dark Archons, because you can see most people just make 1. Usually you just need 1, but the better the player, you can see they even have 3 and 4, sometimes 5 Dark Archons, and you'll be like, yeah, the Dark Archon is EMP'd, you're safe, and then boom, no, 3 new.
I think the longer this game goes on, the worse it becomes for the Terran and Zerg, does it not? Because with this Bioforce against Storm and Maelstrom, I mean, I kind of feel like that just hard counters their composition right now. They're going to need Vessel. Yeah, Radiate's on the way to start maybe using their Radiates to help thin out the High Templar count a little bit.
But look, the red ball is quite big. It has, if they jump on that cannon, there's no Storm there.
That's true.
That's 1 mile right now, but the blue mutas are not there, so it's just 3 cannons. I think they can jump at this.
They can. At the very least, they should be killing this expansion, which they will do. So that's at least something. But they could definitely be putting on a lot more pressure in this bottom right. And if he splits his muta, he doesn't have to worry too much about the Maelstrom. Does dive in.
No, he feedback. Okay.
Okay, he feedback the vessel. I think maybe not the worst choice, but with the Scourge coming in to take it out as well, the feedback was a little bit of a waste.
Look how hard it is to come up. You have 40 Marines, but you can't do anything.
No, the Marines can't come up the ramp against Mutas and Cannons. The Mutas will just micro down the Marines as they come up into the tight choke, so it's really hard for them to attack in there.
Yeah, I think I can just cancel the 4th can. Yeah, doesn't need it.
Okay, so
really.
so blue team stabilizing really well, but not able to get this expansion up for the Zerg critically.
No, but behind this, Prados got his expansion up, which is more important.
Yeah.
Because in the early stages of the game, the Prados player defends the Zerg player so he can stabilize, get his mutas up, defend him with cannons. And in the mid game, like around now the 8, 9, 10 minute mark, the Zerg player has to cover the Prados because Prados can't play one base and support Zerg with High Templars and Dark Archons.
Yeah, that makes sense. We do have the Terran player. Go on.
Plus 1 attack on the Zerglings for Rancor, so that helps.
Yeah, and +1 Carapace finishing up now, going to be helping out a lot in counteracting the upgrades of the Protoss. The Zealots, for example, no longer able to 3-shot the Lings. Every little helps, making the units tankier and tankier, especially going into this mid-game phase.
Also saw Banana, he went +1 armor on his units, which I think then you how many 7 mutas or something to one-shot a High Templar, but now you need 9 to one-shot it because of the armor upgrade.
Yeah, that's true. It's actually 9 muta anyway, but you would need 10 with the armor upgrade, unless you have +1 attack. Ooh, beautiful EMP! That's huge on the Dark Archon, shutting down the Maelstrom potential of this army. Now the Mute is able to get on top of the High Templar. It's going to start sniping them down. One High Templar does fall. The other one has got lots of it. Dies as well with full energy. That's really bad news.
That was 4 Storms killed.
Okay, this is absolutely huge for Rancor and JIRAIYA here, putting on a lot of pressure, really weakening this Protoss force, already taking out all of the utility of the army. Vessel goes down nicely, but the Mutas are able to get in here, I think.
Yeah, a little bit pumped up. Look at the Zerglings are coming in, and all the Mutas are dying, but still, it's so much. Imagine 1 storm, and this would be over. Yeah,
literally just 1 or 2 storms, and this whole army would probably just absolutely evaporate. But with those beautiful High Templar snipes from Rancor, really shutting down the potency of this Protoss force, and now taking out this expansion, really cutting the head off the dragon of this Protoss as well, really limiting their options and coming back in this game.
Yeah, it was a great EMP. Or you can say a game-winning EMP.
Oh, absolutely. Ooh, Maelstrom coming out, helping the Mutas come in here. So a little bit of damage done, but with the reinforcing Marines from the south, going to be able to shut out most of those Mutas. Storm does come down on those Marines, but only killing 3 for their efforts.
Dodging these storms, they were a juicy one.
That's the kind of storm you want. That's a lot of blood on the floor right there for the Terran. A huge counterattack in the bottom right. Lings starting to target down this hatchery. Mutas are there to defend it. The Lings are going to have to evacuate. He will not kill that hatchery in time. So eventually the Zerg player is going to finally get this expansion online. But it's a little bit too late with this Protoss expansion now completely disintegrated. And the Terran player with 40 SCVs and 2 base production is going to be really tough going on here.
It was such a crucial time to attack as well, because Banana, I believe he has maybe 6-7 gates or something, so it's a lot of production, 8 gateways, so killing that Nexus was crucial.
Yeah, the Terran player is even making another CC. He's going to be taking a 3rd soon. I don't know how they're going to keep up with the curve of production of the Terran player. He's going to get out of control very soon. Radiate going down on the Muta, a little bit of a good split there, not losing too many.
Wonder if we are going to see maybe Ghost, or if he's going to rely on EMPing the Dark Archons and then just come in with the support of the Mutas and kill off the High Templars.
Yeah, well, there's only an Archon and Dragoons to worry about for Antier, so it would be not a bad choice to try and rely on the Mutas to keep sniping those High Templars. It could be a functioning strategy for them going forward. He does have +2 upgrades on his bio units now, so those Marines do a lot of damage, but they are extremely brittle. They will die extremely quickly, so he needs to make sure he does really perfect engages and good storm dodges going forward.
Yeah, I think the blue team needs to kind of try to stabilize, maybe not.
Rancor picking up a High Templar there with the Lings. Almost gets a 2nd as well. 4 hit points. Marines come down to finish the job. Well played.
I think if the blue team can stabilize now, because Banana is going double expansion. So if you can get those 2 up.
Maelstrom on the Marines going down, locking the army in place while the Zealots and the rest of the Protoss infantry scale on forward and take out the rest of the units, really dislodging the position of the red team. A beautiful irradiate though on the bottom muter. He has to split those off perfectly. Yes, he took like half damage to most of those muters. That's a really good irradiate.
Does he get
16 hit points. EMP on it as well. Misses the other Archon though, unfortunately. There he goes. Finally takes it out. Rancor says, I've got to kill you, buddy. I can't let you get away with that. There's another vessel out on the hunt, out on the prowl, ready to throw down another irradiate on a clump of muters.
But still, I felt like, again, blue team had the advantage. Then the red team had a great attack with killing the expansion, and then blue team again won this fight in the middle. But there's still a lot of units around on the map. And now Lyndon is getting third base, securing. You can see blue team is having the entire bottom of the map, so it's sort of a split map scenario. So it's hard for the red team to come in and potentially kill 6 o'clock because it's so close to either player of the
Yeah, we have a small link counter attack in the bottom left, going to be picking off this cannon and weakening his position and denying some mining time there. It's kind of strangely almost that he managed to deny, not only kill a cannon but deny some mining time with those 6 links. Actually a pretty big win at this stage in the game.
You can see Banana he's only on 36 probes, which is fairly okay to saturate 2 bases, which he's doing because he's mined out in the main. And doing so means he's not making probes, so he's making a lot of ground.
Beautiful EMPs going down on it. I mean, the muters sweep in as well, going to be taking out the remaining High Templar. Eventually takes out the Science Vessel, crucially. Some Scourge do connect with the muters. There's so much red on the map right now. They could just swallow this Protoss force up if they get on top of them.
Rancor gets, but he has so good upgrades, Lyndon, so Rancor's mutas doesn't really do much damage on his mutas. But there's no storm. No storm.
Yeah, he's going to catch some of these Protoss units as well before they can retreat. There is a DT, so we'll have to notice that and scan soon, or he may lose quite a few of these units. The muters are engaging the muters right now. There is an advantage for blue, so actually Rancor having to back away to the safety of those Marines, but they're being picked apart by the DT right now while the Protoss starts to move out. There is a storm almost available on the High Templar. It's got a few more ticks of energy before it's available. Those Marines are clumped up on the northern flank, but it gets the storm off, and the Marines having to retreat. Most of them do go down. Now looks like the blue team in a little bit of a commanding position, trying to get on top of some of these units, but they will back off. There is more reinforcements from the Terran streaming down, and it looks like the muters are still trying to fight and engage. Most of them went down for most. A beautiful irradiate going to be clumping up and killing most of the remaining muters of Lyndon here. Meanwhile, the counter
thing is third base. It looks like Banana was losing his 6 o'clock as well, but I think he just had enough cannons to hold.
Yeah, losing that natural third is a little bit annoying actually for the Zerg here. It's not the end of the world. We still have quite a lot of bases for the Protoss player, but we are even on bases with the Terran, so this does suit the Terran a little bit. But with the biocomposition, he has a little bit of shelf life, I think. He is going to have to keep pumping and keep get something going soon. He is shutting down some of these expansions while taking his 4th at the 12 o'clock. He does need to replace his main base. Now he is starting to become mined out. We're just getting on top of some of these Marines in the bottom right, trying to clean this up as efficiently as possible. The muters are getting target fired down by the bio, though, so we'll be losing a little bit of hit points on them.
The red team has been doing a great job keeping the High Templar count really low. Because there's constantly Zerglings running around, sniping a Templar here and there.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of picking off these High Templars. As we say that, just another one going down to those muters. There's quite a lot of force here for blue, but a lot of the units are getting picked off. Beautiful irradiates taking out another Templar with 100 energy, so doing a great job of really slowing down this team, but also DT denying the 12 o'clock from going up with that pressure.
Yeah, the DT is the real hero here, but look at oh, that's a big EMP.
That's a huge EMP.
But now we can see he's starting to use more and more Dark Archons, or maybe he picked up the one from the Zerg, but
I really like I really like the pre-splitting and concave setup from these Biomarines. JIRAIYA really showing his pedigree with how he's controlling these bio units, trying to maximize their potential, but needs to be careful. They will re-clump up again. As long as there's no storm around, he can just attack without any worry about it. But once those while the Templars are there, he has to split up those Marines a lot to make sure that the storm doesn't kill them too fast. Lots of Dragoons are here to try and hold this position with the Mutas. They're doing a great job of fighting thus far. There is a Dark Archon on the left-hand side. Vessel goes down to the Dragoons, and they may also pick off that Dark Archon. I mean, sorry, not the Dark Archon.
Banana's doing a great job with these fights. Even though he doesn't have Storm, he gets good trades because of his upgrades. That armor is really helping him. Even though I think he has +3 attack, and it's like shooting soft gun or something at the
Nerf gun.
Yeah, Nerf gun. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
He does. They didn't counter attack actually in the bottom right though, Matt. Going to be taking out that hatchery.
But JIRAIYA has so many vessels. I feel like vessels are dying left and right every time. And like I said, it's the most satisfying sound in the world. Just listen. Oh.
Beautiful. As a Zerg player, Matt, I do love to hear it too. I'm just going to say it.
It's satisfying, but nothing satisfies more than blue goo all over the map.
Yeah, visually, dead Dragoons are the best, and audio-wise, the vessels dying are the best.
But yeah, JIRAIYA keeping up the vessel count, and he constantly out on the map. So he's catching the Mutas, he's catching the Templars. So he kills off Templar here and there, and it really helps a lot for them.
He's really committing to this pure SK Terran style, right? With really relying on these vessels. He's done a really good job with these EMPs, with these irradiates, but he has had to throw away these vessels like candy in the process. Mutalist is now coming up to try and dismantle the remainder of this red force here, but there is a lot of units coming down from JIRAIYA on this left-hand flank, getting up on top of this ridge in this position. There's a beautiful storm and maelstroms coming out though, shutting down a lot of those bio units.
Oh, great split from Lyndon. He gets the Mutas out instantly.
Yeah, Mutas now in position to try and get on top of this Bioforce while the Dragoons are tanking the damage. There is no storm yet available, so the Mutas will have to go in and do the job for them now that the energy has all been dried up.
But Lyndon has +2 carry base as well, so they have 2-2. So the Mutas are doing a great job.
It's really tanky Mutas for these two to go. Oh, he doesn't split the Mutas, he doesn't notice. Okay, now he finally notices that already did a lot more damage than it probably should have, but eventually he did notice and saved the majority of those Mutas.
And JIRAIYA, he has to commit to the SK Terran. It's too much if you're going to use Vessel and Siege Tank and the Marines, because there's so many hotkeys playing as a Terran player. You have to stim, you have to siege up, you have to irradiate, and all of these things are going to happen in a matter of seconds. So it's too much. It's kind of like an overkill. You could have a Siege Tank at home or something to secure your base, but I think JIRAIYA needs to bring out the big guns and get the nuclear silo. Huge EMPs all over the place today. Radiates coming out on those High Templars too, softening up the utility of that Protoss army yet again. Mutalist coming in to pick out some free shots on that retreating Protoss infantry as well, doing a good job of maximizing the value of their armies with what little units they've got. Another Muta maybe going to be biting the dust as well to this pack of Mutas. Really good play from the red team, I think. I would like to see some more Scourge play from Lyndon. He was doing a great job earlier in the game sniping off some of the vessels, but now the vessel ball has been fairly high, and he's 6-7 around on the map.
Ooh, Banana's got to be careful. He's going to lose another Dark Archon.
And it's been a while since we saw Banana cast the storm, because the EMP has been on point.
Oh, yeah, it's been absolutely stellar. The irradiates, the EMPs, the Muta snipes, they've been really on top of killing those High Templars all game long.
It seems like Rancor is constantly... He has 11 Mutas. That's what he has around on the map. He has 11 Mutas, just enough to snipe the High Templars, but you can see he has a huge bank, so I don't know, you should switch to Ultralisk or something to spend it.
Yeah, he definitely needs to find a way of utilizing those resources.
Get a new Nidus play or something, throw it in the Lyndon space.
I mean, even Queens with Ensnare, anything of value would be useful, some form of utility to leverage that gas against the opposing team. Okay, Muta's going to be fighting each other now. Beautiful Irradiate's going to be making this a really easy fight for Rancor here.
I have a big fight on the left side of the map.
EMP coming down on those.
I would like to see what is it? Crystal boost or what's it called for the high temperatures to get the 250 energy.
The amulet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only does it give them 50 energy extra max, it also gives them plus 12 starting energy, because the starting energy is 25% of the total energy, so it does get them storms quicker as well. Beautiful irradiates on these mutas as they chase the vessels. Do kill some of the vessels, but in the process losing pretty much all of that muta stack. Only a few more mutas waiting in the wings.
Yeah, and ByLyndon is already so short on gas because he's probably depleted in his main for a long time ago, and yeah, it's not much left in the natural. So he should be thinking about, since this is already at the long game, he needs to get out upgrades on his link, get the high plate, because it's pure mutas, no servings.
Yeah. Beautiful High Templar snipes from Rancor coming in with these mutas and a big wall of Marines just eating up the Dragoons. They really want to come in here and try and bust this third position. And just when you think that you've dealt with the attack and all the bio is soaked up, there's a huge force that's ready for wave 2. It's looking like a UMS map, Marine Defense or something. Like, can you hold off the waves of Marines? It looks like the answer's going to be no. Ooh, huge storms! Wow! Those storms were crazy.
And what's crazy too is that JIRAIYA, he's been in the supply lead for the last 15 minutes or something, but the blue team seems to always come out on top from the fight.
Yeah, with these cracklings though, it's going to be really hard for them to deal with the cracklings of Rancor and the huge flood of bio SK Terran style from JIRAIYA. It looks like they're just starting to outmuscle the blue team. Banana hanging on by a thread, desperately trying to get some more High Templars out to help soak up these big bio balls with those Psionic Storms, but unable to do so right now. His third base is absolutely disintegrating. The mutas are coming in to desperately hang on. There are a few more mutas coming over the side, but the cracklings start to focus, and cracklings do so much damage at it. Oh, he didn't kill it. He didn't kill it. Why didn't he kill it? He's teasing him. He's teasing him. He's baiting him.
Marine ball is coming in.
It's almost like they were baiting him back over there to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's a death sentence coming down to Banana right now.
Yeah, Banana does one more good storm with that reinforcing.
Storms,
yeah, really good storms from Banana here, really showing his caliber with these great storm placements. But really, it's not really down to him playing bad. It's just that JIRAIYA, with those irradiates, with those EMPs, and his teammate Rancor with these beautiful High Templar snipes have really taken the wind out of the sails in this series. And there's the Queen. There's the Queen.
I feel exactly the same. This has been a fight, JIRAIYA versus Banana, pretty much the entire game, and then ByLyndon and Rancor being kind of like a bench players coming in the final minutes of the game.
This is kind of what I feel like high-level 2v2 does look like when there's Zergs on both sides, though. The Zerg player is usually playing that support role.
Yeah, it's true.
You see a base coming up on the 3 o'clock location here as a little bit of a desperation move, trying to get something going. Beautiful Psionic Storms coming out left, right, and center, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be able to deal with this absolute flood of units coming out of JIRAIYA. He's in full-on production mode, 52 SCVs, 130 supply, raining down units, more High Templar snipes. Looks like Rancor happy to sacrifice these units to kill as many High Templars as possible.
And constant Marines moving down the map constantly, so Banana, he doesn't have the economy to rebuild, so...
Yeah, the big fireballs starting to swell inside the natural choke. There is a Queen here with enough energy to end snare as well.
I'm not sure what he's wanted. He's trying to infest the Nexus.
I think he's trolling. Yeah, he wants to make it look like he wants to infest the Nexus. GG is called. Wow.
The big question now is how sore is JIRAIYA's back after carrying that game?
Old man JIRAIYA gonna be feeling the pain after having to play that hard to pull out the win, macroing like a god. Huge
sending his chiropractor bill to Rancor for that game.
Alright, well that's game number 1. That's probably the longest game we've had, I think, so far of the evening.
Yeah, it's a really long game, so as a neutral watcher, I hope we get a tight series. 1-1 and then third game.
Yeah, I would like to see it too. I'm curious what their map choice we're going to be. We're going to be going right on into game number 2, guys. Don't go anywhere. Oh, I said no, go right on into game 2.
Yeah.
You can take a minute, me. Stream's a little pixely for me, actually. I can't actually read the names, so the bitrate's really low.
Yeah, I can. I had the same issues a few games ago, but I just switched. Okay, now where do you go? Now it's working good. We have at 12 o'clock location. We have the blue Zerg Rancor. And his ally JIRAIYA, the bottom left, as the light navy blue, yeah, bluish. And then we have Banana, left side of the map, as the red Pralas, and his ally BY.Lyndon, sorry, at the right corner.
All right, well, what do you think about this map? I have no idea how this is going to play out, because obviously the original Paranoid Android was just these 2 bases in the top right with the close mains, and the rest of the map was kind of like sort of symmetrical with the base in the bottom left as the one dividing base that you kind of fought over. How do you think this is going to play out with this new redesign with like the 2 close mains but on both cross sides of the map?
I do think it's harder. Like you can see, the 2 Zerg players are close to each other, which gives a few like less air time for the mutas to arrive in Rancor's base. So he's going to need spores faster than usual. But you have to worry about a lot of things. Like as a Terran player, you can get the fast reaver drop in your base. I do like this map because it's smaller than the other in the map pack, and it gives room for more early aggression.
Yeah, going to be having a very early pool timing here from Lyndon as well, getting that very early 9 pool.
Yeah, SCV, that's nice from Banana.
That's really nice, yeah. Getting that early SCV is a big deal. Like that's one less scouting SCV you've got to use, or that's one less you've got mining minerals. It does hiccup your build a little bit, losing that early economy.
Rancor, he's been called lucky with his spawn, because he can secure his cliff for his ramp quite easily.
Yeah, Rancor's...
Yeah, as the pro Zerg player, you want to contain the other Zerg as long as possible, but if they get the sunken that fast, then the hatchery, you don't buy much time.
Yeah, and Rancor got a lot of damage on that Zealot already as well, so I doubt they're going to be trying to come up here anytime soon. At the very least, they're just maybe going to set up a little bit of a contain.
And now you can see the difference between 1 gate and 2 gate, how fast the salad count rack up. It's already at 5.
Is there any way...
Yeah, sorry.
Is there any way they could in theory push up with these 3 zealots, get on top of these links, and then kill this sunken from the left hand side with the other sunken not in range, correct?
Yeah, you have to push right now before the second sunken finish.
I think this is the right play. I like this. And look at the zealots as well, like using the top of the map to their advantage, really zoning out the units from being able to get any surface area. Beautiful wall from the zealots.
So when the 4th and the 5th zealot comes now, they can attack usually the zealots can go on the sunken and the links fight the links.
They're going to get right on top of those eggs before the other links hatch as well. So great surface area afforded to this red team here. Going to be cleaning up all of these zerglings and then getting right on top of this sunken. This might be an early lead for them here, or at least an early win. I mean, it's looking crazy.
Yeah, you can see how smart it is to send in the first zealot to take the first hit from the sunken. So
wow,
great attack, great timing attack.
Well, that's exactly what they needed to tie up the series now. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to be going right on into game number 3. It looks like the map of choice is going to be Luna. Alright, we have here spawning in the top left as the grey Zerg, none other than Lyndon. And his teammate on the cross spawn position. Banana as the teal Protoss. And on the other team, we've got none other than Rancor in the top right as the red Zerg, looking rather fierce so far in this series. And his teammate on Terran as purple, Old Man JIRAIYA.
I'd like to see JIRAIYA go random at least a game, but I feel like he's confident with his Terran play lately, so he sticks to it.
Yeah, he did a really good job of macroing up in game number 1 with that SK style, and really good EMPs. So good with the irradiates and EMPs, shutting down that high Templar play. It was really nice to watch.
Yeah, I don't think he missed an EMP. I think
it was
ever. Yeah.
I saw one EMP that missed, but other than that, I think every single one landed. Okay, going to be having the wall from JIRAIYA
he's
here.
Following the building instruction of the wall on the map. You can see.
Oh, no, he's not. He wants to do what you were doing and put the second Rex in the wall.
Yeah, he did it on the last map as well, Paradiso, but he did the second rack he made in the wall, so the Marines would spawn on the outside. Which is
so do you think he's doing it this way round? Even though the Marines would spawn on the inside, he also wants to prevent the probe harass on the ramp right at the start of the game, with the SCV being a little bit harder to defend if it's closer to the ramp. Do you think that may be a consideration?
Yeah, it's, if you close up your wall immediately, you have to cancel the SCV that is building, and it's kind of more annoying. But
That
let's
makes
see,
sense.
we might see a pylon block in the wall, so we'll see how he responds to that. But he doesn't have the money yet for it, but he's...
Yeah, not going to be getting any pylon block here. Lings
We
are
do see
out.
a 9-9 pool from both players, and Rancor he's doing speed, and Lyndon will go into lair.
He's mining on gas still, whereas Rancor completely cut off gas, so going to be wanting to make a hatchery soon.
I think Rancor's speed is slightly faster as well, so if they have an engagement, that could favor the Rancor. And going the 9 pool as you could say the defending Zerg also makes it harder for the opponent, the blue team, to block his ramp.
Yeah, ideally he'd want to catch one of these Zealots before these two armies can join, but now the 3 Zealots are together, so if he can get these 3 Zealots up here with the Lings, it's going to be a little bit of a bad news bears situation for Rancor, I think. 3 Zealots now making their way up on the right-hand side, starting to engage with those Zerglings. They're going to have to retreat now, and he's going to get contained into his base, and he's going to be able to come in.
I feel like he could have taken the fight versus the Lynx earlier, and now he's...
Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's not good. He's trying to run onto the left-hand side to try and keep these Lings outside, but it's not going to be enough. The Lings do get on top of them, and will clean up all of these Lings. Now the 3 Zealots are walled in. Oh, it's a bad situation for Rancor. He's completely walled into his base.
See, the cannon is finished on time, and yeah. JIRAIYA realized that it's too late. He has to pull back and wait for medics.
What, do you think this is like a big edge here for Lyndon? Oh, he's going to lose the Overlord. That's a big deal.
Now everything is going wrong for the red team after the first game being so great, and they're going for it. They know he lost the Overlord, so he can make more.
Yeah, he's completely supply blocked right now, and there's just one sunken. He only has a few drones, 7 drones to drill as well, so not a lot of drones, not a lot of ability to block and keep the sunken alive. If he had maybe like 12 plus drones, maybe he can drill long enough to defend, but it's not going to be enough. The drones are fighting the Lings, and GG has called it.
Good job. Not GG
oh,
yet.
okay, sorry, my bad, guys.
Cast the curse, calling the game early.
I called it too early. Maybe I hope they win and prove me wrong now. It's going to be targeting down that hatchery. There are some more Zerglings popping out. With the Marines coming in, we'll be able to clean up the majority of this force.
I think they're so close to getting the main hatchery as well.
About 400 HP. No, it was not that close.
Ooh, but he cannot afford to lose more drones.
No.
But JIRAIYA now, oh, he can pick up the Odor as well.
He is down to 3 drones, is Rancor, though, so he's been crippled. He will be starting to squeeze out 1 drone at a time as we go forward, but he's basically had his whole economy reset now.
Yeah, but he do have two hatcheries, so eventually he will be.
That is true.
Yeah. That was a great attack from the blue team, and you can see a follow-up with +1 attack on the Forge and the speed setups. And now with JIRAIYA, he can't go anywhere. He has to stay at Rancors to support him. And when you're going 9 pool, it's so hard for you to secure your ramp. And Rancor's location at this time is slightly worse because it's so far from the main to the ramp.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating that he has to defend the Zerg as well. I mean, it's important that he does so, otherwise these Mures could just come in and snipe drones for free. So he does need to commit these Marines. Ooh, taking a swipe at the drones.
It's only two, but still he's forcing out stim and energy from the medics.
Luckily he has 3 medics, so it's not too bad. If there was only 1 or 2 medics, then eventually you'd be able to whittle down the energy enough off the Terran player. But even just keeping the Terran player active and forcing him to multitask now is a bit of an annoyance for JIRAIYA to have to worry about protecting his ally while he's also microing and macroing back at home, rather.
Yeah, and sooner or later you're not paying attention at Zerg's base and your Marines will be out of position, and then you can pick up a drone or 2 and then hide again.
Yeah, he's going to be doing just that, swooping around left and right, trying to find an opening, trying to catch JIRAIYA with his pants down. While
He do have 5 mutas there, the 6th on the way, and the 5 is the magic number to one-shot drones. So.
Yeah, 5 times 9 definitely does enough damage to one-shot probes and drones, so can be doing a lot of damage to the Zerg if the Terran doesn't respond instantly. 1 drone goes down. 2, okay, not quite 2.
What?
Mutas are hard. Muta micro is hard, guys. It looks OP when you do it right, but sometimes it doesn't always go right.
it's the medics. It's the medics.
Yeah, the AI in this game acts a little funky sometimes.
It's the same with 2 vultures. Should kill 2 shots. Drone. But they generate health so fast. So,
Look at these speed lots just come into this position. There's only spores to defend this. This is like in ZVZ where they start to make spores and you start to flood Zerglings to counter the spore timing. Instead, we've got Zealots doing the job for him, and it's going to work quite nicely.
Yeah, surprisingly, because the +1 isn't done as well, so they attack, but it's so many Zealots.
We do have a lot of bio coming in to help and reinforce this position, but so many drones are going down on the evacuation. 3 drones now remaining, yet again being completely reset in his economy, and he's lost his main hatchery.
It's not much JIRAIYA can do either, because he can't he can't attack anyone.
Ooh, it's looking dicey. Zealots getting good surface area on this bio. It's going to be GG. Wow.
Quick game from the blue team.
Really well played there from Banana and Lyndon, completely turning that series around after that big loss in the late game of game number 1 with those beautiful High Templar snipes, turning things around and getting that 2-1 victory.
It's surprising as well, but I think it that's 3rd game. It comes down to maybe Rancor's decision making that he should fight the Zerglings or run away, because he did have sunken at home. So either you have to make 2 sunkens and be active on the map with your Zerglings and try to slow down the cannon so the Marines can sync up. But he decided to fight the Zerglings and the Zealots at the same time, and he didn't really fight either. He just ran around and taking hits.
Yeah, he should have tried to be more proactive and try and see if he could catch those Zealots out on the map before they even got up into position. Maybe pick off 1 or 2 of them, and that would have been enough to prevent him from taking that kind of damage early on.
Yeah, he was kind of like Rocky Balboa, taking too many punches to see how. Doesn't matter how many hits you can take, it's how many hits you can take and keep moving forward. Isn't that what he's saying?
That's how winning is done.
Yeah, but Rancor got knocked knocked down. So
He got absolutely knocked out, unfortunately.
let's
The old-
see if we have some Creed redemption in the lower brackets.
Yeah, well, that's it for today, guys. But we've had a rather epic set of series from these guys. We've got a lineup here. We see Conan and Strudel making it through, as well as Jonic, Zero, and it looks like B.Lyndon as well, going to be making it on forward. Doing a great job, some of these teams so far.
Yeah, if you look at this bracket, there's a lot of strong teams in the winners bracket, and of course, a lot of strong teams in the loser bracket finals, the lower bracket. So I think we are in for a treat the next coming weeks.
Oh, I think so too. All right. Tomorrow, same time, guys. You heard it.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, tomorrow, day 4, same time. So don't forget to tune in.
He's drunk, so he didn't hear you. Sorry? Oh, thank the Patreon, guys. Sure.
Will you do it, son?
We're live right now. We just like to do a big shout out for the Patreon supporters. Thank you for supporting the Bombastic Starleague. We here love you and appreciate you all so much for your support. And we hope to bring you more and more exciting StarCraft content in the coming days.
Here you can see the striker at the $100. MadiNho, your boy, as he likes to mention himself, my fleeting dream. At the $50 a month, you have Striker, Believe in Zero, as we all do. We have Veer, Hashed Fuzzy. At the 30 month, we have Tim, Kaz, Tupacalypse, Robert Groot. At $20 a month, we have Sirikata, On My Way, Gordon Bradley, KJ, Daniel Lopez, LML, Machine, Quark, Steven Robertson, Mr. Cat, Andrei Nikcheletsku, Duvas, and your boy, MadiNho. And thank you to everyone else for supporting. And without you, this wouldn't have been possible.
Thank you so much, guys. All right, well, that's going to conclude the cast for the evening. We're going to be coming back right at the same time tomorrow with more 2v2 action. We look forward to seeing you there. Please tune in. Please show your love. Please show your support. This is a great game. It's a great scene. And let's keep the scene going.